Deuteronomy 3:28. Hey, now that I'm here. 3:28. Instead, commission Joshua, but charge Joshua. No, give me the New Living Translation. Instead, commission Joshua and encourage and strengthen him, for he will lead the people, because he will lead the people across the Jordan. He will give them all the land you now see before you as their possession. Deuteronomy chapter 3 verse 16. 31 verse 6. Deuteronomy 31:6. 31:6. The Lord said to Moses, so be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid and do not panic before them, for the Lord your God will personally go ahead of you. He will neither fail you nor abandon you. Deuteronomy 33:25. No, let's do Joshua 1:6 and 7. Joshua 1, starting from verse 6. Joshua 1, starting from verse 6. Be strong and courageous, for you are the one who will lead these people to possess all the land I swore to their ancestors I will give them. Verse 7. Be strong and very courageous. Be careful to obey all the instructions Moses gave you. Do not deviate from them, turning either to the left or to the right. Then you'll be successful in everything you do. Verse 8. Study this book of instruction continually. Meditate on it day and night, so you'll be sure to obey everything within it. Only then will you prosper. Verse 9. This is my command. Be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid or discouraged, for the Lord your God is with you wherever. Now listen. The subject of strength has always been important and will always be important. Strength is a determinant. It determines a lot of things. A lot of things. You see, the reason why Russia and Ukraine are fighting and America has not gone there is strength. It's strength. It's strength. The reason why Ghana has not been overrun by a group of people or another country is a certain strength. It's a certain strength. Because it is only strength that can force things to be a certain way. Only strength. It's only strength. It's only strength. There are husbands who are only holding on to their wives through the strength of money. I thought I was going to say the strength of beatings. No. The strength of money. But strength, might, is a determinant. And always, the one who is stronger dictates. Always the one who is. So you see that in the verses I read to you, God kept saying, be strong. Be strong. God is all powerful. God is using Joshua, but God says, you, Joshua, you need to be strong. You need to be strong. And today, I'm telling you that you need to be strong. You see, modern Christians assume that, Charlie, we can flow anyhow we want. The pastor must seek the Lord for revelation and bring it to us. But that's not the same. You need to be strong. You need to be strong. In fact, there are churches where the preachers are rotated. Obia me preach. The preacher is. You need to be strong. You need to have strength spiritually. You need to have strength as a Christian to fight your battles, to stand firm. He said, be strong. He said, finally, Ephesians 6:10 said, after all the things I've said to you, the end of the matter is that you need to be strong. Be strong in the Lord and in his mighty power. So the subject of strength for a Christian is paramount. Look, you're in your room and demons are knocking you about. It's because of strength. Yeah. It's because of strength. I don't know, I must have shared that story here before. An evangelist, I heard a story of an evangelist who went to preach in South America. He said God had called him. He went into South America, in somewhere in the Amazon areas, and he would walk from village to village, just preaching to the people and winning souls. And one day, he said he came to a clearing in the forest, and a fetish priest was conducting rituals. And he said he preached to the fetish priest, and the fetish priest gave his life to Christ. And the fetish priest said that, but where are you staying? Because it's about to get dark. So I just roam wherever I come to, I stay. So come to my village, we will give you a place for the night. So he said he went. They gave him a hut with some one window, some one bed in the hut. So he said he lay down. Then in the night, he said suddenly he felt a cold wind. And he felt a cold presence in the room. And his bed began to shake. The bed shook so hard that it moved from one corner of the hut to the other corner. Then he said he got up and he said, hey, I recognize you. I cast you out of the fetish priest today, you this spirit. I cast you, I recognize you. So in the name of Jesus, get out. You cannot come and harass me. He said, as soon as he said that, the wind began to die down and the bed stopped shaking. And then everything became calm in the hut. Then he said he ran to the door and called. He said, hey, you evil spirit, come and put my bed back where it was when you came. When you came, that's not where the bed was. Come back and come and put it back. And he said, to his surprise, the bed began to shake again and moved to the correct side of the hut. Then he said, now you can go. Because we have authority. Jesus Christ, the ship was sinking. When Christ woke up, they woke Christ up. They said, listen, you know, there are some stories in the Bible, you need to put them in proper context. If you've ever been in a boat, just boat, the boat. A boat is not a ship, just a boat. You know that it's not an easy thing. One day I was in a boat with paddles. And then a speedboat was coming. So the guys said that, Charlie, the guy said that the speedboat must slow down. And I said, why? They said, otherwise, he can turn us over. Yeah. The speedboat must have been maybe, if we were here, he was beyond the wall. So as he was coming, the guys were waving to him. So he slowed down. But he didn't slow down early enough. So as he passed, his stream. Oh, Jack, I was hot in the boat. I mean, the boat was just, wow. And they said yes. So when the speedboats are coming, we ask them to slow down. Because the stream they will generate, the wave they will generate. I mean, to be in a boat that is being tossed about by water, it's not an easy thing. It was so bad that the disciples were sure that they were going to die. And Jesus was sleeping. You see, that in itself tells you that Jesus didn't respect the storm. He realized that just some demons are playing football, making noise. So the disciples came and woke him up. Master, don't you care that we are about to die? Jesus should have asked them about me too. I'm also in the ship. So Jesus asked them that, what is the problem? Your faith is small. This one is just some junior demons, some national service demons who are practicing one or two things. You can't stop them. No authority, no strength. And as Jesus was talking, he realized that even the demons are making noise. The wind is, hey, be still. I'm teaching my disciples something. Peace, be still. Hey, come on, stop. Suddenly the wind was quiet. The Bible says that we are created in the image of God. The authority that Christ came to die for, he has given it to us in his name. You are supposed to command demons. Say that they will trample upon snakes and scorpions. They shall drink deadly poison and it shall not harm them. Paul was on an island. A viper fastened itself to his hand. Viper poison, it kills in. He just shook the thing off. The Bible says that the people who were with him, they were sure that he was going to die. A viper has sunk its teeth into your hand and is now hanging by your hand. He just shook it off and he continued. You are walking in power, but you don't realize it. We lack strength when there should be strength. And I'm saying that everything in life is determined by strength. Some of you will be poor until you gain the spiritual strength to rise above the things that are hindering you. Oh, yes. Oh, yeah, now Usu said that. Yesterday I was talking to a young man. Goes to an expensive school, expensive university. He told me, he said, Bishop Kobe, when I was in primary school, they used to sack me for school fees. I said, oh, it's not possible. But I'll see your father's house. Has your father not bought you a car that you are driving? Are you not in an expensive university? He said, no. When I was in primary school, they used to sack me for school fees. He said, class 3, 4, 5, 6. He said, myself and my 2 elder brothers, we would win every prize in the school. But every time they are sacking people for school fees, we will be inside. He said, there are some terms, my father will pay my brother's school fees. By the time he finishes paying, the money is finished. So the money doesn't get to me. He said, every time. So he said, I got so used to it that by class 6, when the accountant enters the class, then I carry my bag. Yeah. He said that there was a time I sat outside for 15 days. When I come to school, I sit outside. They don't make me go to the class. So he said, after school, I go to the board, the class board, and go and see whatever is left on the board, and I copy it. He said, my father couldn't afford to buy me textbooks. So I used to copy the textbooks out. But he said one thing to me. He said, Bishop Cobb, he said, I lived around Oyarifa. He said, in the morning, when I dress, I walk by the main road so that somebody who is going to my school will see my school uniform and give me a lift. But he said something to me. He said, in all of this, I never pitied myself. He said, I never pitied myself. He said, one day I told my father that if he has not paid the school fees, exams are coming, he should bring a lot of coins and tell the people that they should allow him to write the exam whilst he's counting the coin. By the time he finished counting, I would have finished writing the exam. He said, I used to close school and go and help my mother to bake. I used to sell ice cream. I said, you! I said, it's not possible. He was talking to me. I said, it's not possible. He said, Bishop Kobe, I'm telling you. He said, but I never pitied myself. He said, no. He said, rather, I looked for ways to make my situation better. He said, I would go into the classroom when they have closed school because they won't allow me to sit in the class. Whatever is on the board, I copy it. He said, every prize in the class, I won it. But there was no school fees. He said, at a point, I was moved to another school with lower school fees. He said, when I went, I couldn't afford exercise books. So I took exercise books from my old school. And that was what I was using. He said, I never pitied myself. He said, so when I see people, my colleague young people, pitying themselves, he said, I ask myself, what is wrong with them? It's a lack of strength. And I always tell people that you can have 2 responses to difficulty. You can either curl up and cry and die, or you can stand up and fight in strength. Yeah. That's why every Christian needs to be strong. A day will come, you will need your strength. Oh yes. Oh yes. You will need your strength. A day will come, you will need to stand. Things will be perfect. You need to stand and be strong. Be strong. Be strong. And that's why in the Bible, I've read to you the verse said, be strong. Be strong. Be strong. Be strong. You're about to lead the people. Be strong. You're about to do this. Be strong. Hey, if you're a man here, you have to be strong. You have to be strong to be able to lead a family. You have to be strong. The nice girls you are seeing, to be married to them is not a joke. It's not small. If you see any married man, salute him. He can be as calm and quiet as anything. He's a man of strength. Sometimes you can have the dawn discussions. They are the most disturbing. You can have a certain discussion in the morning. If you're not careful, the whole day you can't focus. You have to be strong. You have to be strong. A certain discussion. Every father knows that there are some times of the year that are dangerous. January. September is far. The one that is the most dangerous is April. Because April, the schools vacate for 2 weeks. Then they are back. It's very painful. School fees. You see, you have to be strong. You have to be strong and find the school fees. You have to be strong and find the school fees. You see, you are sitting in your office, but you are not there. You need school fees. Yes, because the children are going to school. Yeah. Your son is like mine. He will ask, please, have you paid the school fees? Have I paid the school fees? Do I pay school fees? Come on, clear off. Yeah. Last week, my son was telling me about it. He said, there's somebody in my class, Daddy. His school fees have not been paid, so they have not given him books. He alone, they have not given him books. You need to be strong. The girls, you need to be strong to support a man. How can I say, we'll come and marry and then you just be painting your face and prancing about? Some of you, I need to be your counselor for me to tell you the thing properly. Meet a counselor who is nice and they won't say the thing properly. You have to be strong and support your husband. Recently, I called a couple. I said, listen, you, the woman, you're not working. I said, why are you not working? I said, your baby is 8 months old. 8 months? And now, I said, if you were working in APSA or MTN, would they allow you to be at home for 8 months? I said, get up and go and find something and do to support your husband. Can't tell me that 8 months you're still in the house. What do you mean? Go and find something to do. Say, you, the husband, too, you have sat there. Oh, Shenu. You have to be strong. Yeah. And when we were growing up, our mothers were strong. I always say that it was easy to see when there was no money in the house. How will you see? From your father. Your mother there should be strong going about her business. Strong, finding ways and means, making movements, making things possible. Once your father is there, you can see that he's depressed because there's no money. See, your mother is on it, she's moving, Charlie, she's doing things. She's just there calmly. Everybody will eat pepper. How she's doing it, you don't know. But your father is worried. I was talking to a lady, she said, for 2 years, my husband didn't have a job. Said, sometimes I'll be worried for him because I could see that he was getting depressed. He'll be in the room the whole day. She said, but by the grace of God, we didn't lack anything in the house. I sorted everything out. Yeah, but sometimes I could see that he was unhappy, he was depressed. I said, well, it's normal. But as for me, I'll do my part, which is not to make anybody in the house feel like something is amiss. So everybody was taken care of. I said, that's a strong woman. In life, you need strength. Yeah. Modern people, we are softies. We got to be strong as Christians. Oh, yeah. I don't allow demons to... What are you talking about? I don't play like that, though. No. Don't play like that. Don't give demons a chance. Demons? What are you talking about? No. You foul spirit. Come out. Get out now. Yeah. Don't sit down and be soft and let sickness rule you. Depression rule you. Every day you are crying. Are you not tired? Why? You got to be strong. Now today I want to share with you a few areas where you need to be strong. That's my book. A few areas where you need to be strong. Listen, you have to be a strong Christian. Yeah, you have to be a strong. You should not be afraid to. One day I was talking to somebody and I heard about a married couple. They were fighting so badly that the marriage was on the verge of being dissolved. And I said, oh, this is not good. We all came together in the church. We're all here. Why should they get divorced? So I called Reverend Eddie. I said, Reverend Eddie, Charlie, we do air raids. We call it air raids. We have to do some bombings. I said, yeah, I'll do. We called a third friend of ours. Every Monday we'll go to Lagos, stand on the park and pray, interceding for the marriage. Yeah. That was almost 20 years ago. They are still married by the grace of God. Yeah. We can't just roll over and allow Satan to have his way. What is that? Meanwhile, we have been armed with heavy weapons. For the weapons of our warfare are not carnal. So we are warfare people with weapons. You are armed and then you are there. I mean, if you watch a movie and you see, I don't know who the people are these days. You see The Rock armed to the teeth. Then a bad guy is coming, he's not doing anything, he's there begging. Now come on, now you should turn there. Now who here? And I see a